Don't stop none of my money.
You know, another thing I want to ask you that I think is one of the focal points of this that I want to ask you is, you know the late Zacktv.
That was one of my brothers.
You actually got a picture of him inside of your store.
Most definitely.
I think that's like a monumental spot. I want to check that out one day. I want to ask you though, what was going on, or where were you at when you got the news about Zacktv?
I mean, well, you know, Zach had just left my show. Me and DJ.
So that was your show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's a hard day for me.
Right.
That was my boy. You know? But
is that something I can dabble in though? Maybe ask you a couple questions about that. Not too deep into it though.
Yeah.
That was a talent show. He was just going to support people on that day.
No, he had actually called me. I had a show. I had hella people on that fucking show. Shit. Everybody was on that. Mikey Dollars. I had Swag. Everybody was on that shit, you know? And I don't know, me and Marv was just standing in the front and shit. Shots just was ringing off up the street. I'm like, shit, they fucked somebody up. A couple minutes later, they tell me it was that, you know? So, sad day, man.
You know, a lot of people pinpoint that as like the culture kind of falling off when Zach lost his life. Not to get too deep into it because I know that shit is still open though. But the fans want me to ask, and I'm going to ask this, and I know this might be crossing it, but did you see any weird things in the club with Zach that day? Was there any off shit that day with Zach?
I mean, actually, I didn't see nothing going on in the club, but that day, Zach went like the normal Zach.
Right.
And a lot of people verify that. Zach normally like come in and I be through his whole story. We ain't had not one video that night.
Right.
But I know I was busy and shit. You know, we hug like we always do. Talked our shit for a second, but he was like kind of like standing to the side like the whole night. But I also know he had just came from Vegas from a trip.
Okay.
And, you know, I think he had just got off his flight that day. So I just was thinking like maybe he had a little jet lag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But came in that day. One of my girls, Mimi, I think she was at the door. And it was like, Zach paid.
Oh.
That was funny that day.
Right.
He paid 60 for him, 60 for Streets to get in. But Streets was on the show.
Right.
And the crazy thing was I had told everybody who was calling me late, because I run a tight ship. All my shit be on time. I ain't like regular niggas. If I say 7, we 6:59, that motherfucking show started. You feel me?
Right.
And fucking people was calling me last minute, making you add me. It's over with. Zach called me. You know, we like this. He like, man, put my man T Streets. You know T Streets? I'm like, yeah, I know Streets. Ooh, bro. It's Zach. He called me. Shit. All right. Put him on there. You feel me? I put him on there.
You know, after that happened, because you just said T Streets, I was off there, but I want to just say this. After that happened, you know, T Streets started going on live, you know, because I guess people kind of irked him, kind of make it look like he was behind a lot of that shit with Zacktv. That you think that came from the internet shit? Because I hear a lot of people say they was real close.
I mean, you know, to my knowledge they was, but I don't know what occurred because I wasn't there. You feel me? So I can't really tell you. I went in that car. I ain't come with him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I just knew he hit me up about Streets performing. That's one of my brothers, you know, so we was praying together. He was Muslim, like I'm Muslim. So, come on. That's my dog. So I just put it. He want to put his artist on there, his man, I put him on there. Shit, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. I wanted to ask you that, though. But I want to ask you another question that this don't have anything to do with what I just asked you, though. But I be seeing you speak a lot of wisdom and shit on your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You be speaking a lot. I want to know from you, because I think you could give the best point of view on this. In Chicago, I read the newspapers and I cut on the internet and I see it every day. 5 people shot or 10 people killed over the weekend. 500, 600, 700 murders a year. Why all the young people so aggressive, King Dave?
I mean, they ain't have no real leaders. So that's why everybody's just misled. Us as African Americans, we already been misguided. You know, we already don't know identity. Then in the hood, ain't nobody leading them. So it's kids following kids. So if another nigga 17, man, he seem mature, and they 13, 14, 15, 16, shit, they gonna follow him. And he don't know shit. Then his parents is fucking 29. And he's 17. You know what I'm saying? And his parents still in the club. Daddy still riding around smoking fucking young hoes. So he gang banging. So you know how you think they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lost generation. A few lost generations.
I hear people say the money. It's just not a lack of money.
I mean, them niggas just had all the money and killing still up. It's up, actually. I mean, the white folks put all that money in the hood. So all them niggas did was bought drugs, designer clothes, rented cars, and switches. That's it. More guns than ever. Worst thing they invented was the switch.
What you think gonna slow it down though? Is it over with? Is just no hope for Chicago? Or
I mean, you know, not to be harsh, but niggas gotta die and go to jail.
Oh.
And that's facts. And you gotta teach the youth if you pay attention. It's happening right now. Everybody literally dying and going to jail that's involved in a lot of shit. But if we not out here giving positive vibes, the kids gonna still be following that bullshit. Then this next generation and the next generation after that, it's gonna be even worse. But that's why you got people like me. I'm always gonna speak truth. I don't care what the fuck how people feel. I put it out there, you know, because all this shit ain't what it's made to be. If you pay attention, you can laugh at somebody's death. The next week they did.
Yeah.
And then your people go strike, they die. And then your people go to jail. Then them people go killing. Then they go to jail. Then they die. It's like an ongoing thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like until somebody just be like, damn, I'm gonna get this money. Because Chicago, we really supposed to be like Atlanta, really bigger than Atlanta. If you really think about it, we bigger than them. We just ain't got the money. But if you really think about all the niggas that's died from the violence, from drill music in Chicago, imagine if L.A. Capone was still alive. Imagine if Young Pappy was still alive.
Right.
Imagine if Lil JoJo was still alive. Imagine if King Bun was alive. Imagine if Duck was still alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wish those two could have just saw passing and saw the millions and just let that other shit go. You know what I'm saying? Now you got even people like me that didn't have one of the popular brands. You still can't get millions. They don't want to give it to us. Why? You a high risk when you here. Dirk move away. What happened? He make millions of dollars now. Richer than he ever was in his fucking life. When he was standing around here playing, how was his career? Stagnant.
I feel you on that.
Polo G got his mama. That's guidance. She the regional coordinator over there. Take him straight to Calabasas.
Right.
He don't be in no trouble. Little pipe charge. She a superstar, so he supposed to ride with a pipe. But smart, he gonna have security. But he ain't been in shit. I'm pretty sure he lost hella homies, but he gonna live. Probably get the C50. You know.
Right. That's a good way to look at it. What about that life insurance? You speak a lot on that.
I mean, we need that.
Yeah.